Bluetooth connected.
It's LoveRuledSupreme, fam. I am who I am, fam. I'm living and learning, fam. From lessons to blessings, fam. We winning, don't give a damn. You strong as a bitch, fam. Well, said it came from the days of losing no game, fam. Welcome to the Genesis. Love Rule Supreme, though, forever, for life. Remember to guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. How everybody doing, though? And welcome to the Genesis. God's plan, God's man. Fuck waiting on the change to come. The change is here, right now. You feel me? So it's all on you. Accept it. You feel me? Everybody don't gotta change. Everybody don't care to change. But for the ones who genuinely do, is here. You feel me? You gotta take full advantage of this shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's why, I always speak about, ain't no giving up. You feel what I'm saying? We don't give up. You know what I'm saying? It's, we at that, point in time in our life where, things, you know what I'm saying? Things, are a little different. You feel me? We ain't easily broken. You know what I'm saying? We ain't easily persuaded. You feel me? To do things, that's unhealthy for us. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, different day, different shit is what we on today. You feel me? A higher level of learning, a higher level of thinking. You feel me? A higher level consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? Being mindful. You know what I mean? Of what you do. You know what I'm saying? Being mindful of how you treat people. You feel me? Self-love, self-worth, self-value. You know what I'm saying? That's the real money. You feel me? Not making yourself available and, open for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't genuinely, deserving of that shit. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people will take advantage of, your love. You feel me? Motherfuckers will take advantage of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Your mind. You feel me? What's going on? Thank you for being here. Hope you had a beautiful day, a loving day, a caring day. And don't forget to tell yourself you love yourself today. Genuinely, though. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, though, motherfuckers be trying to play with you, your mind, your heart. You know what I'm saying? And people take your love for granted. You feel me? And once motherfuckers realize, you can't find genuine love everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers give you that play shit. You feel me? Until they feel like they don't need you no more. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. It's like, who we give our, our time, feelings, and emotions to. You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, everything is easier said than done. You feel me? But like I say, everybody don't have your best interests at heart. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just be trying to see what they could get up out you. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it's your money, your time, or whatever it is like that. You feel me? But like I say, we just came to learn to cherish ourselves, cherish our time. And, pour that shit back into myself. Shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I done look for everything external to me. You feel what I'm saying? And ain't nothing, ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Show me, ain't nothing show me, you know what I mean? Nothing like real, true, genuine, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying this everybody now. You feel me? But just, certain situations, that done happen in my life. You feel me? Yeah, man, I'm glad was able to, intake it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I choose to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I came to learn. You feel me? We all got choices in life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, why choose to be mad and angry all fucking day when they ain't gonna get me nowhere? You feel what I'm saying? Just because, a certain person or, certain people don't want to fuck with me. You feel me? Especially in, a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I came to learn is like, you can't make nobody fuck with you. And that's all we at with it. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna fuck with me or you ain't. You know what I mean? I ain't the one to, fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my own opinion. I got my own suggestions about things. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers want you to be a follower and, follow them to places, that ain't gonna lead you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's all we came to learn is like, once I done see things starting to, you know what I mean? Because if you pay attention, you can see things happening. You feel what I'm saying? And you can see, what possibly can happen. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn is like, if I don't see nothing good coming out that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm hopping off the train. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn is like, can't sit in nothing that's, can't sit in no shit. You feel what I'm saying? Can't sit in no shit expecting to, come out, you know what I mean? Come out clean. You feel what I'm saying? Spotless. You know what I mean? But you gotta go through shit in order to get to the other side. So yeah, I don't try to control shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I only control things I know I can. And once I see I can't control nothing, that's, when I let that bitch go. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn though. Self-control rather than, trying to control somebody else or situations that's out of your control, you feel me? That'll have your ass around here stressed the fuck out and all kind of shit. You worrying about some shit that's out of your hands. And that's all we came to learn is like that shit make your life, way more smoother and easier to, maneuver through. You feel me? Like once you not give up control of certain shit, yeah, you right. Shit. Life is a whole lot better. Especially with people. See, people is damn near the number one shit. You feel what I'm saying? We be trying to control people and shit like that. And we all know how that shit turned out. You feel what I'm saying? I've been there and done that shit. You feel me? And once you realize people gonna do what they do, people gonna be who they is. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, that's less stress on you. You feel me? And like I be saying, like, give motherfuckers an option to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Just tell motherfuckers what it is. You feel me? That's what a lot of people be wanting to hear. You feel what I'm saying? And instead of me hearing that shit sometime down the line, you feel me? Just tell me the truth straight up. And that's all I came to learn. You know what I mean? Whether, I know it's going to hurt depending on what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I done learned to get over shit. You feel me? We done had our heart broken plenty times. You know what I'm saying? We done been let down plenty times. You feel me? And that's why it came from like, I don't put too much, trust and faith in the people like that no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I done been on both sides of the boat. So, I just tell motherfuckers what it is. It's either gonna be a yeah or a no. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no standing in the middle no more with shit. Yeah, you be tight. Take your time out there. Thank you too. Thank you for your time. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe to the channel. Upgrade your mind with me. You know what I'm saying? High level of learning. High level of thinking. You know what I'm saying? We just think outside of the box nowadays, you feel me? It's like, once you done step out, outside that fucking cage, you know what I'm saying? Shit is a whole lot more, whole lot more better. You got a whole lot more, you know, whole lot more room to do your thing. You feel me? It ain't congested. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't, fighting to get on top. You feel me? Like it's enough out here for everybody once you done start to realize that shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going for the same shit, everybody go for, look at something different. You know what I'm saying? Change your perspective. You know what I mean? Change how you look at things. You feel me? But people be scared to be different though. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to step out that road. You know what I'm saying? Of being scared, being scary, and it ain't even scary, but being shy. You feel what I'm saying? About how motherfuckers gonna look at me or how people gonna treat me. You feel me? And once I done, stepped up, outside of that shit and just been like, motherfuckers gonna talk, whether it's good or bad, they gonna, have their own suggestions and opinions about me. You know what I mean? Good or bad. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, you operate a whole lot more smoother in life. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't give two fucks what a motherfucker gotta say. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. We don't give two fucks or we don't give no fucks. Which one? Still though, high level of learning, high level of thinking, and that's all we at. You know better, you do better in life. You feel what I'm saying? You act better. You treat other people better. You treat yourself better. You feel me? Exotic thoughts. Exotic thoughts. Thoughts that are no longer of this world, but still remaining to be in the world. If you feel me. You dig me? I had a great day today, though. You know what I'm saying? I had a great day today. Even though, it's been cold as a bitch. You know what I'm saying? For these last couple of days, though. But, I don't fully work outside. But, I work in the warehouse. So, it's just it's equivalent to working outside, though. You feel what I'm saying? But, we bundle up and, we do our shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, rain, sleet, snow, hail. You know what I mean? Cold, heat. You feel me? You get our grind on. You feel what I'm saying? But we had a great day though. I had a great day, but I know everybody did. But at the same time, I don't even work around a whole bunch of people. That's what I love about that's what I love about my job. You feel what I'm saying? I don't gotta worry about a whole different, whole bunch of different fucking people. You feel what I'm saying? Whole bunch of different attitudes. You feel me? Like I could count on, both of my hands on how many people I work around. You feel what I'm saying? And that came from, working in, other warehouses and shit like that, other jobs that, they got, you know what I mean? 2 and 3 shifts like that. You feel what I'm saying? And each shift, got like, you know what I mean? Anywhere 20, 30, 40 people on the motherfucking shift. You feel me? But one shift. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I love about it too. You feel me? Like we don't gotta worry about no other, nobody else coming in behind us to, pick up no, what I'm saying, no work or nothing. You feel me? We pick up where we left off. Our fucking self. Like how it's supposed to be. You feel me? Motherfuckers try to use, what I'm saying, what you tell them against you. What they do that at? That's how they be though. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you could tell you could tell people some shit, right? You know how that shit go. You tell your friends and family some of your closest secrets. You feel what I'm saying? And then y'all done get into an argument or disagreement. Now y'all ain't fucking with each other, and now they want to spread rumors and gossip about you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn is like everybody ain't worthy of telling your business to. It don't matter who they is. You feel what I'm saying? It could, don't matter if your granny, your granddaddy, your mama, your daddy. Like I said, ain't nobody off limits. Everybody can get it. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. Just because they family, you know what I mean? And your granny, you know how we treat our grannies and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? You know our granddaddies, but some of them people too can, you know what I mean? They be stuck in their ways also, but some of them people can also, not have your best interests in mind. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You feel me? It's like ain't nobody off limits, bro. You know? But once you realize, motherfuckers be sneaky and deceiving, you know what I mean? Shit like that. You feel me? Secretly jealous. You know what I'm saying? It changes how you look at them boy. You feel me? And like I said, once I done start seeing, them moving funny, you feel what I'm saying? Because like I say, everything is about energy. Once you done start to realize shit, it's all about energy. You feel me? Like everybody energy was off. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the shit. I don't know if I don't know if they understand that shit, but I'm just, y'all know what I understand and overstand about this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, it's about energy and it's about, your intuition. And a whole lot of other things too now, you know what I'm saying? But those couple things right there, they lifesavers. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of people know that shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people intuition I saved their ass plenty times. You feel me? And that's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you see people do shit to other people, but just because we be with them and they our family, friends, or whoever the fuck they is to us, you know what I'm saying? We don't think they gonna do it to us. You feel me? But I just came to learn like, shit, the same way they gonna, they did them boy is the same way they got the potential to do you. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. Fuck all that, blood thicker than water shit. Fuck all that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And especially when you dealing with greedy people. You feel me? Like, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You will know. You feel me? Motherfuckers well aware. You feel what I'm saying? Like I say, it's a lot of people who they greedy. You feel me? It's like they never can get enough. Even if they got enough. That's the crazy thing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn is like, you got more than enough. You feel what I'm saying? So why, stop somebody else from, having something? You feel me? It don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Why try to stop the next person from having something? You feel me? Because you want it all. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't how shit work. You feel what I'm saying? But you got the power. You feel me? That's what I came to learn. You got all the power. Shit, but you gotta be willing to step into that shit. Willing to use that shit. You feel me? Once you realize shit is on, done on the spiritual level, fuck them boy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we don't walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You feel what I'm saying? We should fear no evil or no man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I took that walk. You feel me? Ain't nobody here on my motherfucking hand, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers ain't been willing and wanting to go down that road with me. You feel me? Instead, them boy rather had, talk bad about me. You know what I'm saying? Stab me in the back, all kind of shit. You feel me? Gossip and, like I said, betray me. You feel what I'm saying? And then, throw money on top of that shit. That's like a powerhouse for them. You feel me? That's like the wheel of fucking fortune. You know what I'm saying? But, you just learn to think better and do better. You feel what I'm saying? And, when you're doing better than, people in your family, you start to see them. They be the ones who don't like that shit. Especially when these the ones who, they look like they doing good. But once you start to dig into their life, like they ain't got nothing going on. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they got a house and probably ain't even a nice car, but they might have a nice car. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know these people. You feel me? And that's the thing. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to have, all this shit going on, but y'all around here, scamming people and, betraying people for money. You know what I'm saying? But once you done start to realize they gotta do that shit to keep up with that lifestyle, but at the same time, they stress the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, motherfucker, you can tell when a motherfucker going through something. All you gotta do is look at their face. You feel me? Like, a motherfucker face will speak a motherfucking million words. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can look at a motherfucker and tell they fucked up. They got some shit going on, you feel me? They stressed the fuck out, boy. Look how they look. You feel me? And yeah, I appreciate it, though. Thank you. But yeah, though, like, they be the ones, though. You feel me? They be the ones to hold you down. But like I say, even like I say, your mom and your daddy, you feel what I'm saying? They'll see you doing better than them. You feel me? And they'll be the ones who, they secretly jealous and hating on your relationship. You feel what I'm saying? They mad because you don't get married and they jealous because you married and they never been married, or they not been married and they divorced. You feel what I'm saying? 2, 3, 4 times. You feel me? Or however many times, but they by themselves. You know what I'm saying? They alone. You feel me? And once you don't realize, it ain't bad to be alone. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, you start to operate in a whole different manner. You feel me? Because there ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself, but once you realize also you ain't never alone, shit. Like I said, you gotta tap in with yourself to know that shit though. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I say I don't look for comfort in external things. You feel what I'm saying? Material things. You feel me? Like, I done did that shit. That shit ain't get me nothing. No, it ain't brought me no joy or happiness like that. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfucker can have all the money in the world, you feel me? But they still can be unhappy with themselves internally. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. Internal happiness matters. You feel what I'm saying? But who don't want all these, material things in life? You feel me? But at the same time, your internal too matters. You feel what I'm saying? No need to beat yourself up. Find your way. Make it shake. Shit, find your way. Fuck a race. I'm switching gears every day. Different shit, different day. Shit, I'm creating my way. Through them ashes I rise from all the burning inside. Had to burn the house down, too many roses inside. Now I'm stable and rooted, and I ain't making excuses about them losses in life. Them losses. Just because you lose, that don't mean you lost. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all I had to come to learn. You feel me? And you know, that loss is, you know, that's a, you know what I'm saying? That's a blessing on the other end. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I had to come to look at it. You feel me? And you know, like I say, you know, I just start to look at things different. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, being, you know, stuck and mad because I lost. You feel me? You know, I check out and, you know, I see what, you know, the lesson I learned from that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then, you know, I take that and, you know, I use it on the next level I'm going to. You feel what I'm saying? Everything, you know, I use, you know, I use everything to, you know, put me up to the next level in life. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of letting that shit take me down to the, you know, the next level, the bottom level, you know, I use it to, you know, elevate myself. You feel me? Instead of, you know, holding myself. You know? But like I said, you know, everything take time to, you know, to get to. You feel me? Like I said, you know, when I be looking back though, like it's like I've been about 2019 since about 2020. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, a good little 4 or 5 years. You feel me? Like I've been working on myself. You feel what I'm saying? But I always been, you know, I always been a humble person though. That's the other thing. You feel me? Like even though, you know, I had my times and moments and shit like that. Well, you know what I'm saying? Everything on the up and up. You feel me? Everything. You feel me? But at the same time, I still was humble with my shit though. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't let all that shit get to my head. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't let that shit get to my head because I already know, like, you know, that shit can be, you know, taken from you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about just, you know, money wise though. You feel what I'm saying? Like we done had everything except, you know, like owning, you know, a house and land and shit like that. And you know that's the move. You feel what I'm saying? That's the move though, and that's what it's about. You feel me? But like I say, we just talking about money though. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, even when I got it, even when I had it, I still was humble. You know? Like I ain't get big headed with that shit. Even when I got big headed, I still was humble with that shit. You feel me? Cause like I said, you know, I come from a greedy family. You know what I'm saying? I come from a stingy family. You feel me? And you know, they all got these select picks and favorites and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, all them boys stingy though. You feel what I'm saying? And that's my point I'm trying to get across. You feel me? They stingy and greedy. You feel me? And I'm the opposite of that though. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, that's what made me different from them boys. You feel me? Like like I said, you know, I can see a homeless person and get them some money if I got it. You feel what I'm saying? They see a homeless person, they'll look down on them, boy. You feel me? And like I said, I done been in those situations, so I can't look at them people like that. You feel what I'm saying? And I family done been in them, them situations too, but they choose to still keep looking down on people like that. You feel me? And like I said, they think just because, they got money, or they had money or whatever like that, they better than everybody. You feel me? But like I said, God, I put everything in the God's hands. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, they all had this shit going on around me, and I ain't even know it. You feel me? But like I said, when I be sitting and reflecting and shit, right? They all was living the good life. You feel what I'm saying? They been living lavish too. You feel me? And it's like, damn, I wonder where y'all get all this money from like that. I ain't questioning it at the time though. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't been none of my business. You feel me? Because I don't ask the next man what they doing or how they got whatever money they got. You feel me? But like I see, I know whatever they got, it was a pretty good chunk, a nice chunk of change. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, they've been, living real lavish. You know what I mean? I'm watching all this shit go on. You feel me? They throwing parties every weekend. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody, like I mean, everybody just spending. You feel me? So like I said, I ain't paying no attention to it. You know what I'm saying? Not like how I'm supposed to, but it ain't throwing no red flags at me. You feel what I'm saying? And even if it was, I ain't paying no mind to them, like I said. But I don't care to think in a lack mindset, a scarcity mindset no more. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know, once God always, supply your need and wants. You feel what I'm saying? Especially your needs, you good. You feel me? And like I said, money ain't my motive. So, that automatically puts me in a different category. You feel me? Like this shit for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's God first and everything. You feel what I'm saying? That's point blank period. That's what I learned. That's what it is. You feel me? And people know that. You know what I'm saying? But, at the same time, you gotta be willing to live by that shit though. You feel me? But like I see, at one point in time though, I did have all those tendencies and things like that I named that they got. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I was greedy and shit like that. You feel me? But at the same time, I still, was free-handed with my shit. You feel what I'm saying? And that been my problem. You feel me? That been my problem. But like I said, I mean, free-handed like, giving it away. But I used to like to spend shit, have a good time and shit like that. You feel me? Like who don't? You know what I'm saying? When you in that lane. But no, like I said though, I just came to learn like I don't gotta be greedy. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, I can't look down on nobody who ain't doing, good. If I'm doing better than a person, that don't mean nothing. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about how you treat people. You feel me? And like I said, I ain't saying none of them boys, they don't get no money. Well, I don't know. You feel me? I don't know. They not scam their way to the fucking top. So you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, once you see like what they, like what everybody got going on, you feel me? You just start to look at shit like, damn, I don't want to, I don't want to come up on, a large amount of money and then, I don't have nothing to invest it in for the long run. You feel what I'm saying? Because you already know, once we get money, we already, shit, the short term thing. You feel what I'm saying? You get you some money, we'll blow that shit in no time. You feel me? And that's all I came to learn is like, it's time to invest in the long haul. You feel what I'm saying? The future. And that's all we at with it. LoveRuledSupreme at all times. Guard your mind, guard your heart. But yeah, though, guard your life, guard your family. Generational wealth, and leaving your kids something. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, my granny got 10 children, had 10 kids. It's 10 of them. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't watch how they treat their own mama. You feel me? I watch how they treat their own daddy. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, that's why I came to learn, like, watch how I treat people and, because I don't want to, I don't want to have to wait till nobody gone and shit like that But like I said, I just learned how to treat people. You know what I'm saying? And we just go from there. You feel me? Like, don't hold no grudges or nothing like that. Don't be, don't be, you know what I'm saying, so fucked up about, people and what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's on them. But that don't mean I gotta fuck with them. You feel me? But I ain't gonna hold no grudge against nobody or nothing like that though. You know what I'm saying? And then once family be in competition with each other. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, who the fuck y'all slick competing for? You feel me? Who the fuck y'all trying to impress each other? Why y'all trying to impress each other? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, ain't nobody got nothing. And that's all we trying to change. That's all we change. You feel me? I don't give a damn. Doing the damn thing, and it's a damn shame. Maneuvering smoothly through the traffic. No blame game, don't call me no victim. Of them struggles of life change, I'm making my way to the top of the mountain range. I'm doing the damn thing. Ain't this a damn shame? The strength of 1,000 men, defeating the devil land. I'm stomping all on his head. I'm reeling up thoroughbred. Ain't this a damn shame? I made it from nothing and I'm handling pressure. Cause I'm birthing a diamond and I'm wise and I'm clever. And I'm doing the damn thing. Shit, ain't this a damn shame? Exposing them dirty hands, exposing them dirty plans they thought they had on your mans, collecting them free bands. Ain't this a damn shame? Going through life, and this people don't give a damn about the next man. In this life, oh, it's fucking fam. Shit, ain't this a damn shame? How dirty the world ain't, but once you realize it's the people, no hard fam, that open your eyes to the real. So fuck the flam, a snake in disguise. You gotta crawl, then walk, fam. That's taking your time. Once you crawl, then walk. No, once you walk, then run, fam. Or some shit, but only the strongest survive. When you fighting through life, fam, so keep hope alive. Is all I'm saying. Don't give a damn about all them lies. They gon' talk if it's good or bad. I only speak life. Cause I'm living in free, fam, enjoying my life. Cause I learned to cherish, fam, to stand in my light. So in the dark, I shine, fam. It's LoveRuledSupreme, fam. I am who I am, fam. I'm living and learning, fam, from lessons to blessings, fam. We winning, don't give a damn. You strong as a bitch, fam. Well, shit, it came from the days of losing no game, fam. I'm leaving my mark, fam. I love that shit though. I love life though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, once you don't open up the life, like, you know, the fucking universe got so much to fucking offer you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. You feel me? We ain't telling you what to do. We just giving you, you know, a higher perspective of thinking about things and looking at things in life. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, you ain't no better than nobody. I ain't no better than nobody. But we know better. So we do better. You feel what I'm saying? We think better. We act better. You feel me? We treat ourselves better so we can treat other people better. You feel me? Like I said, you know, God is beautiful, man. I'm telling you, like, magnificent. And that's no cap rap, so roger that. With all respects, no fake fix. I see. Protect your life like latex. And that's Ajax. Go clean that. Don't bring no dirty cops back. I only speak the truth, and at them lies, I can't back that. I'm God's stand. Was truly tested and eventually tried. Just a loving God's light. I made it right. I only think abundant, and that's prosperity and nothing less. That's my shit right there too. Tomorrow is yesterday. That just living in the prison is the gift from God pleasantly and thankfully, gratefully. Hey, but you know, we just start, you know, the living life, you know what I'm saying, how we supposed to. You know what I mean? You know, different shit. You know what I'm saying? Different day. You know what I mean? Why I keep doing the same shit? You know what I mean? Expecting a different result. You feel me? And that's all we came to learn. I'm coming through the set to Ricker Street, playing with a nigga like we starring on the lumber dead. I ain't with the faking, making fraud, all that perpetrating. I'm minding my business, I'm on my mission, cool and jiggling. Some of them hate it, and there's many that love it. At the end of the day, I'ma still get money, still handling business, still believe in myself. And may God be my witness, so you know it's big business. For protecting was mine, cause I elevated my grind while expanding my mind. I resurrected myself, so it's Christ on my mind. Christ consciousness. Now you scream, good God, and it ain't no facade. Shit, I know who you are. Don't give no fucks about your case. If that grade you had for me, now you should go late. You gotta watch what you say. That's why I talk with grace, and I move in faith. And there's love over hate, and it's real over faith. Thanking God every day for moving me out the way, so I prosper and shine. I ain't wasting no time. Fry your ass like bologna for playing around with cheese. Gave all my problems to God, and He came through for me. I had to balance myself, so I'm attracting what's for me. So I'm thankful, little homie, for the blessings, little homie. I'll fall for everything, and that's all we at with it. You know, gotta practice what you preach. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. Guard your mind. Guard your heart. Guard your life. Wake me up. Guard your life. Guard your family. G-Week. Guard your no-week. That's right. Thanking God for waking me up this cool dream. I'm seeing life for what it is, far from what it seems. Drop me off in the jungle, ain't thinking I'm a feast. Survival mode, I'm beast mode, do things you can't believe. I work my magic with my mind, I'm a different breed. I see the light at the end, at first I couldn't see. Now I got the eyes of a tiger, so I move proper. I let my wisdom through the bloodline, do the talking. And then them ancestors, they do they thing and get to walking. All on that ass, on their ass, cause it's rude to follow me. And everything start to pop, and then it trickle down. Want you to speak out that mouth, cause it gon' come around. And pillow talking about the next man, you is a clown. So make the next move your best move. You playing round? You thought I came all this way to just go lay it down? You got me fucked up and bucked up, so move around. Now, clown. But yeah, though, it's like, you know, you gotta start enjoying life, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we just, you know, we ain't so uptight about life no more. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things we used to be, you know, mad and, you know, angry and frustrated about, you know, we don't let them problems and things like that, you know, get to us no more. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, instead of letting the problem control you, you know, we control the problem. You feel what I'm saying? That's why we always, you know, try to find solutions out the problems. You feel me? I've been looking at something, right? And speaking of solutions, right? Solutions to every problem, right? I've been looking at something. I think it's been on Facebook. I think Facebook or not TikTok. Facebook or Instagram, one of them shit, right? So, you know, I just been saying like have a, you know, find a solution, you know what I'm saying, to the problem, you feel me, instead of worrying about the problem, right? So the fucking shit been right. The picture was, you know, a man but stuck on the branch, you know what I'm saying? It been a tree and the branch, the limb, you know what I'm saying, hanging off the tree, right? A man been hanging off the tree, the branch limb, right, over a water. It had an alligator in the water. It had a lion on the earth, you know, on the land. You feel what I'm saying? They had a snake in the tree. You feel me? And the boy been like, you know, since you know you think there's a solution for everything, what would your solution be to that problem? You feel what I'm saying? How would you get out that scenario? You feel me? If you was hanging on the limb of a tree over a fucking alligator infested water, you feel what I'm saying? And then you got the lion on the land, then you got the snake in the tree, you know, preventing you from, you know, climbing back down. You feel me? How would you get out that situation? What's the solution for that? LoveRuledSupreme at all times. Guard your mind, guard your heart, guard your energy, guard your life, guard your family. Boy, we had, you know, our job had kid us some jumping Nicks today, boy. That shit been good as a bitch. Nicks, no, yeah, jumping Nicks. You know, we had a nice little setup though, and you know, I'm thankful for that though. So thankful, you know, my job and shit, Lansing, building products. You know what I'm saying? They treat us real good in there. You feel me? And like I said, you know, I'm thankful for being there. You know what I'm saying? That shit been good though, Jim and Nick though. If y'all got that, you know, anywhere in your city near you in the world, you know, yeah, fuck with them. You know, I ain't been at fuck with them though, but you know, I ain't had them in a while. But you know, yeah. LoveRuledSupreme at all. Wake up, give my praises, start my day, and then I'm out the door. Thank the universe for all the favor and the God glow. I want to take this time. But yeah, though, it's almost that, time of the week. You know what I'm saying? Friday. You feel me? I love the weekends. We love the weekends, you know what I'm saying? I wanna take this time to write this letter to him. Gotta thank you for the day, and it's like that I'm blessed. Yeah, we made it through the storms, and this shit never ended. Put my faith in God, here sending all of the blessings. I'm fully shielded and protected from the positive pits. Trying to sink me for my life, but they wasn't successful. They thought my habits had the best of me, I stayed in control. I love that feeling that I got when it was time to roll. Throw my back and hit my grind, now I'm off in my mode. Sit and watch this shit grow. Just like my babies from my baby, yeah, I love y'all so much. So I thank y'all so much. Been through the trials and tribulations, had to carry the load. Shit, I'm trained to go. Now I'm up, no longer stuck. Got my eyes on the road. Had to let the past go. Expand my world and grow. Pull a chair for the show. Pull a chair for the show. And speaking of show, that's the Genesis. Welcome. God's plan, God's man. The change is here. Fucking change gonna come. And that's all we have with it. You know what I'm saying? God's your life. God's your family. The upbringing. Gotta be willing to put that work in for certain. Make that shit happen. That's why any means purpose. Them haters gon' talk. They just standing in their purpose. Gossiping and telling them lies. It ain't worth it. Cut the shit and find some business. Stand in your purpose. Refuse to let you turn on my light and close my curtain. Fuck no. He tried it though. I play my game, making my move, real strategically. Pass and go collecting 200, they can't roll easily. The pulse are greasy. Expose all them hands that was deceiving me. I shook it off, expanded my grind. Shit, now I'm taking off, I paid the cost. So you can call me boss, and every loss came with a lesson. For showing off and doing this big one is universal laws and full of faith. And do a self-check and don't forget to get you some loyalty and some self-respect. Self-worth, self-value. Upgrade your value. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we did. You feel me? We uplifted our spirit. You feel what I'm saying? Our mind, body, and soul. You feel me? Brought things back into alignment. You feel what I'm saying? Alignment. You know? But the universal laws are full of fake though. You know what I mean? Just to make, that known. You feel me? That's why you gotta be mindful, of what you speak out that mouth of yours. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we came to learn. What goes up must come down for real. That's why any means purpose. Them haters gon' talk. They just standing in their purpose. Gossiping and telling them lies. Stand in your purpose. Refuse to let you turn off my light and close my curtain. It ain't no worries. Waiting to fall, he ain't worthy. I play my game, making my move. Real strategically, pass and go collecting 200. They can't real easily. Fake smiles and shaking no hands. The pulse are greasy. Wow. That was deceiving me. I shook it off, expanding my grind. Shit, now I'm taking off. So we lost. Came with a lesson for showing off. Doing the big one is universal laws and full of faith. And don't forget to get you some loyalty and some self-respect. into some loyalty in your life. You feel me? Motherfuckers be talking about they loyal and shit like that, but you know, them motherfuckers be lying, bruh. You know what I'm saying? All the only thing they loyal to is money. You know what I'm saying? They loyal to some shit that who don't give two fucks about them. Or it don't give no fucks about them. Which one? Which one is, you know, two fucks or no fucks? So you know this shit real. Went from lacking back to stacking. Now I'm back on the field. They try to trap me, QB sack me, but protection too real. I'm talking Brady for the trophy. Celebrate on the field. I check the score, I check the stats. Why you did them like that? I had to do it after all them fucking sores in my back. They try to sneak me, steal my image, wipe your boy off the map. It's like a movie, but it's life. When I sit and reflect, I don't get mad, I just get money and leave them haters depressed. I hit the gas, they hit some more. Now I go cry about the shit. I kept my cool for way too long. Now I'm turning this bitch. Expose your hand, expose your face. No need no high like a bitch. You had to hate since I was a legit. It be the ones you least suspect that be talking that shit. For real. Word, y'all ain't that know that? Yeah, like they be the closest ones to you. You feel me? They be the ones who, you know, they be gossiping and talking about you behind your back. The other, you know, like other family members and shit like that. You feel me? And it be like, damn, I didn't know you felt that kind of way about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you start to, you know, realize everything is energy, you know, people can't hide shit from you no more. You feel what I'm saying? They can't act one way around you, or they can't act one way around you, then act another way around somebody else. Or they can act another way around somebody else, and they can't act, you know, another way around you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you cut all that shit short. You feel me? That's because you done peeped their game, you know what I'm saying? Like, you start to see their real, true colors. You feel me? That's why, you know, I see, you know, you start to see people for who they are, you know, or who they is. You know what I'm saying? LoveRuledSupreme Supreme at all times. Guard your mind, guard your heart, I feel better though, you know what I'm saying? I feel, honestly feel better though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, it took time to get here. You feel me? It took time to get here. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm suited and booted, fully armor for war. I'm protected day and night by the sun and the stars. I did my work to get in. I confess to my sins. I had to lay it down for all them dirty deeds that I did. I took my lick like a man. Not 10 toes I stand. And the good that I did, I swerve lane, switch game. But I'm still in my lane. Don't got no limit, God speed away. My life have changed. Now I change with the change. I'll remain in the same. Took some time to go inside and God reveal me some things. Put the pieces together. From the outfit Jesse. Thinking man's is a fuck up, but it's mellow together. And it cost me a loss. And that's the glory to God. But you know, y'all ever felt like, y'all know the feeling of coming from a family who just think you a fuck up? You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, them boy ain't got, you know, they don't got no, you know, courage or faith in you that, you know, you will be nothing, or you will never be nothing. You feel me? They thinking you will be stuck, you know what I'm saying, like how they are, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, it all comes from, you know, expanding your mind and stepping outside of the box. You feel me? But you know, people be scared to leave people behind. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I had to get over. You feel me? But at the same time, I always, been, a loner type of person. You feel what I'm saying? I always been by myself kind of type shit. You feel me? Like I said, I was always on fucking punishment growing up in life. You feel what I'm saying? For having bad grades. You feel me? I used to always stay on punishment. I used to get my ass beat for bad grades, throwing on punishment for bad grades, for you know, I from like report card to report card. You feel what I'm saying? And if I still was fucking up, I would have still had to been on punishment to another report card. You feel me? I think it was like every 9 weeks or something like that. You feel me? 9 weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? From report card to report card, interim reports. You feel me? Them kind of shit. I had a coworker today ask me, if I could have changed anything growing up, would I? You know what I'm saying? At first, I told him, like, no, because, things are, how they were supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? But then I came, changing my mind, not, well, yeah, changing my mind, but also, just saying, like, yeah, I would change some things. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I changed. You feel me? I would change some things. You know what I'm saying? How I grew up. But at the same time, I kind of left it alone, though, as, things are how they were supposed to, things were how they were supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying? If I could have changed things and end up right back here where I'm at today, you feel what I'm saying? That was the question. Yeah, that been the question though. But yeah, though, we just start to live life on a whole new level. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all that's all we doing. That's where we at with it.
Thought I fell off? I'ma show you how I bounced back. God gave me the power. I had to use that. Back the devil loved me. Tried to throw me in the trap. Got them lessons, Master Splinter, Ninja Turtle. I flipped that. Drop it in the bowl. Came back. Spread threats. No need to cut this up. No, because this God's pack. I'm talking straight facts. Standing in my truth, Jack. No need to lie about my life. I expose that. The hate, the envy, the jealousy they had against me. Turn it up some more. It's God's speed. Now come and catch me. It ain't no finish line. It's infinite. It's God's pleasure. So it's my pleasure. Make it yours and receive the message.
LoveRuledSupreme forever. LoveRuledSupreme for life. The Genesis. God's plan. God's man. A change is here. Fuck, a change gonna come. But that's what it's all about, though. Changing for the greater good of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all we at with it. You know what I mean? So we operate at a higher level now. You feel me? Like I said, we try to make sure everything is, for the best of, for the best. You feel me? Like, we ain't investing in, we don't invest in things that, can tear us down. You know what I'm saying? Because we already down. So why, just keep investing in, our downfall is what I came to learn. You feel me? And it's like, like I say, once you done start to look at things different, you know what I mean? People, places, and things, once you start to look at those things different, like I say, it's a whole different mindset. You feel me? And that's all we at with it, you know? But till next time, you know what I'm saying? But, this time is always our best time. You feel me? But no, till next time, no. You know what I mean? Y'all have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, wherever you at in the world. You know what I'm saying? Loving night, loving day. But just make sure you tell yourself you love yourself today, right now, at this moment. So you can genuinely tell somebody else that. And yeah, like I said, next time. Join me though, like and subscribe to the channel. The upgrade, the great transformation. We had a higher level of learning. We had a higher level of thinking. You feel what I'm saying? And it's all about inspiring and motivating other people. You know what I'm saying? Uplifting other people. You know what I mean? While uplifting, myself. You feel me? And that's all we at with it. And like I always say, thank you for your time and your support. You know what I'm saying? And this shit going up. You feel me? And it's stuck. You feel me? And that's because, God said so. You feel what I'm saying? God's man. You feel me? God first. Money second. Third or fourth, little dude.